me, Natasha Weston, host of the Clothes for Maintenance podcast. Welcome back to the show. I know it has been about a good little month since you have last heard my voice, but it has not been a month since I've heard from y'all. Y'all have been hitting me up on social media, and I absolutely love y'all for that. Your girl has been MIA, and I just believe that it is all for good reason. And so today I wanted to turn the microphone on. I'm off today from work. And this morning I actually spent some time in my storage unit. And that's what really prompted me to turn the microphone on today. So all of the stars aligned. And no, I'm just kidding. The stars did not align. This is just God's plan. And I literally just said the other day on social media that the reason why y'all have not been hearing from me is because I just believe that there's a season to talk and there's a season to listen. And I'm in the season of listening, and that's why y'all have not gotten any new episodes. So I don't want to go down a rabbit hole about that, but I'm just at the point, y'all, where I've turned this mic on only when I have something to say. And as I was going through my storage unit this morning, I just felt the need to drop a mindful maintenance moment, tape 2. This is tape 2 on y'all today to just update you on where I've been, and also to share with you what is on my heart today to share with you. And so I'm grateful that I did have the day off. I'm grateful that I was able to go into my storage unit and organize some things and all of that, which I'll get into a little bit later on in this mini episode. Hopefully it's a mini episode. I got a lot to say today. So how are y'all doing? What have y'all been up to? Hit me up on social media and let me know. I've gotten a couple of tags in the last week saying y'all going through withdrawals. I miss y'all too. I really, truly do miss y'all too. I promise I miss y'all too. And there are times, if I'm being honest, where I feel super just frustrated because I feel like, dang, like, is this inconsistency? Is this me being inconsistent? But no, it's really not me being inconsistent. This is me literally living out what I'm always telling y'all. This is my race, but it's at God's pace. And so when I created and birthed this podcast, I definitely knew that it was going to be more about impact and less about consistency. So here we are today. And if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I've been feeling like I've been in limbo. And I think I could confidently say that that's a place where a lot of us feel more times than not. And this morning, as I said, I went to my storage unit. But since you guys have last heard from me, I've been in this space of feeling out of place. Out of place in my city, out of place in my career, out of place in my job, at my job, out of place physically where I live, out of place within my relationships, just feeling absolutely disoriented. And I've felt that way before, but this time just feels different because I'm tired of feeling that way and not doing anything about it. And so on March 10th, I woke up really feeling like this sense of heaviness, like feeling like I was slowly getting into a depression, slowly feeling like, dang God, like you just had me launch this podcast. It was doing so great. I felt like I knew where I was headed to next. And now I just feel just this sense of, it's hard to explain, but I just felt this sense of heaviness. I just felt this sense of just displacement. And he told me, I'll never forget, it was a Sunday morning. I'll never forget, he told me, start packing. And y'all ever had God tell y'all something and y'all like, you sure that's what you mean? You sure? Didn't make sense. But I was like, all right. Went to Walmart. And if you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, I definitely shared a clip. I don't know if some of y'all could piece together what was in that Walmart cart, but those were bins, plastic bins. And so I think I shared with y'all previously in another episode that I live with my mom after the whole eviction thing that happened. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to episode 1, Private Parts. I talk about it in detail. So I've been back with my mom, and Tyler and I are staying in her extra bedroom, very uncomfortable. And so when I say I've been in a space of feeling like I've been in limbo, I'm talking about in all aspects. Anywho, so I go to Walmart, I get these bins. I get 4 at first. I get 2 big ones and then 2 regular size ones. And God just told me, start packing the things that you and Tyler absolutely do not need to live for the next few months. And so I did that. I went through all of our clothes in the one little room where all of our belongings are, and I put everything in bins. And then I took it to storage. And so I put about 80% of what we have in storage with what was already in there from my last couple of moves. And not kidding y'all, about maybe 2 weeks later, I was already set to go to Atlanta. And at first, I only was going there for Crystal Hazlett's live podcast show. And then little by little, I started getting invited to different events, and certain things would pop up, and people from my past I would link up with while I'm in the city. And the whole time I'm there, God is literally dropping little things in my spirit. And a lot of things were confirmed during that trip. Let's just put it like that. And I slowly started to see God just continue to drop clues in front of me. Reassurance that he didn't just tell me to get bins for no reason, right? That there is a move in the future for Tyler and I, and that I need to start getting myself in position so that when he says go, I could literally pick up and go. Now, where he's taking us, I think I know, not 100% sure. But I'm in that space of, I went from feeling like I was in limbo to now I'm slowly but surely seeing that when we say we're in limbo, or we feel like we're in limbo, I believe that limbo is really faith at work. Faith is trusting that whatever it is that has you feeling burdened or heavy, is trusting that it's working out even though you cannot see it. Even though you cannot see it. I don't have any clue how I'm going to move anywhere right now, but I believe that I'll be moving somewhere very soon. And I truly do believe it. And so that feeling of limbo, that's what it really is really faith at work. And a lot of times, I know growing up, you hear faith and you think that, you just got to believe generally that God is going to work it out. And that's true. But I do believe that faith doesn't work without work. And so God is usually never going to give you all of the details. But if he does give you the urge and the desire, and he tells you to do something without full instruction, just move and trust that he is literally working it out on the back end. And so what is this feeling? When I was feeling like I was in limbo, I was feeling like, oh, nothing working out. Oh, people that I'm around it just don't feel right. It feels forced. You feel like you aren't being productive. These were all feelings that I had when I was telling myself, oh, I just feel like I'm in such limbo. Like, I went from having these long daily to-do lists about, things I was doing for my brand, to like literally not having anything outside of my day-to-day to do and feeling okay with that. And so what did I do while I waited and have been waiting on God's instruction? I have been getting a deeper understanding so that I could strengthen my belief, and so that my belief would strengthen my faith. As you guys know, I'm a member of Change Church. Shout out to PD, Pastor Darius Daniels. And I've been attending his church online for a long time now. That's where I tithe. That is my church home. That's who and where I've been getting my spirit fed. And I'll have to tell you, and I was able to attend service in person on Easter. And I promise you, it changed my life. Anywho, I definitely think that the reason why I now stop calling my life like, oh, I'm in limbo, to this is my faith at work, is because I've been gaining a deeper understanding in not just my spirituality and like God, but I understand God's promises now for not just me, but for his children. And because I have a deeper understanding now about that, it shifted the way that I see my life. It's shifted the way that I see everything that's happening around me, the relationships in my life, how things have shifted, my lack of desire for certain things anymore, how I'm understanding that I'm not perfect. And while I understand that I'm not perfect, I am on a journey, and that is what's important. And it's really just changing how I see things. And so I just believe that whatever it is that you want in whatever area of your life that it is, gain real understanding about it so that you are confident and strong in whatever it is that you're believing for. And so I'm not only doing that on Sundays at church, but I am in Bible school right now. I invested in my pastor's Bible U, where every single day I'm devoting a couple of hours in the evenings to understanding what God wants for me. And because I'm doing that, when things happen in my day-to-day life, it makes so much more sense. I'm not panicked. I'm not anxious because I have understanding. And because I have understanding, that fills that sense of limbo that I feel that I'm not doing enough, or that something's off, or that something's wrong. I'm so much more aware because I have understanding. And so if you're feeling like you're in a place of limbo, gain understanding in what it is that you want so that your belief is strengthened and that your faith is stronger. And then on top of that, make space for what you're praying for. So I can't remember if I've shared, but God has almost wiped my friend circle clean. And a lot of people that you guys probably used to see me with, you probably don't see me with them anymore. Not because we had fallouts or anything, but just because I just see God recalibrating my friendship circle. There are a lot of relationships that I've had and still have some that don't align with where I'm going next. And God knows that if it were just up to me, I wouldn't shake those relationships. And so He's allowed me to see certain things that I didn't see before, with me gaining understanding in His promises and like who I'm supposed to be. I have no desire to just be in around certain things and have certain conversations anymore. It's strange. I promise y'all, it's the strangest thing. I promise you, it's the strangest thing. But as I relinquish control of relationships that I didn't create in the first place, because God brings people in our lives, we don't bring people in our lives. Because I relinquish control of relationships, God has brought so many new, cool, aligned people in my space, people who are called to be with me in this next season. And I'm just off the whole no new friend situation, because that right there is bondage. So I don't feel grieved anymore about certain friendships or relationships going. And I'll be honest, there have been a couple of situations where I've gotten distracted, where people from my past have come around, and just for a moment, I got distracted and God quickly said, So today when I was at my storage unit and I was like cleaning and organizing and going through stuff, there were so many old things in there that I just didn't even have the desire to keep anymore. And I'm like, oh, trash. Oh, need to get rid of this. And it just reminded me of how I've been cleaning the clutter in all areas of my life and making space for the things that I'm praying for. And so when I turned this mic on today, I didn't know what I was going to say, but I definitely felt I needed to say something. I don't know what part of this you needed to hear, but I will say that you're not in limbo. You are exercising your faith. Whatever it is that you're feeling that's missing, get understanding in what you believe is next for you. Don't just sit around and wait on something to happen. Get in position for whatever it is that your spirit and your heart wants. And when you do that, you'll find that you won't feel in limbo. You'll feel aligned. And you'll understand that God's timing is really, truly so perfect. And so I hope this encourages someone today. This is just a mindful maintenance moment from my heart to yours. And I promise you, we have some new episodes coming up very, very, very soon when it's time. And I love y'all. We family. And so I hope you are doing well. I hope you are in good spirits. And even if you aren't, tomorrow is a new day. Just know that it's up to you at the end of the day, right? You can't just sit around and wait on life to happen to you. You got to just get up, keep the ball rolling, and understand that what's for you is for you. And so I love y'all so much. Hit me up on social media. Let me know what's been going on with you. Share this episode or this mini episode with a friend. And yeah, until the next one, I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.